You are watching the Dangerous News Network, news, sports, and politics, where the content is uncut, uncensored, and unbelievable. And this is your host, Daniel McFarland. And tonight's topic, and this is a news version of the Dangerous News Network, with tonight's topic being about the Pizza Hut manager being fired by the boss, by the Pizza Hut bosses. Well, there was a manager in Indiana that got fired by his bosses. He was forced to tender his resignation, but he said that he didn't quit, but he didn't agree with their decisions. Here's my take on the man that got fired from Pizza Hut because he refused to open on Thanksgiving. My take is Pizza Hut's the boss. You work for everybody. You work for your bosses. If your bosses say open on Thanksgiving, open on Thanksgiving. That's what I would have done. I would have done that if that was my position. You see, they dictate your schedule. People forget. It's not a democracy. It's not a democracy. It's a dictatorship. Now, you may not agree with what your bosses say. You may not agree with what your executives say, but they run the business, not you. Even if you are a manager, you are a subordinate to them. You answer to them. You answer to they. If Pizza Hut says open on Thanksgiving, I suggest you open on Thanksgiving. Yes. Facebookers got upset over the man's firing. And this guy was managing a store in Indiana. I wish I could remember his name though. But it got a lot of backlash. Pizza Hut got a lot of backlash over that man's firing. And a lot of people are threatening to boycott. A lot of Facebookers are threatening to boycott Pizza Hut. Well, I'm not going to threaten to boycott Pizza Hut over a man's firing. No, I'm not going to do that. You see, I'm not going to do that. You see, because they're the boss. You're the subordinate. And if you're the subordinate, you listen. And if you don't listen, you get fired. It's not a democracy. It's a dictatorship. This ain't election. This ain't election day. This ain't election day. This ain't the presidential office where you get a vote on the law of the land. You're not a representative. You're not a congressman. You're a subordinate. That's what some people don't know. You see, I'm not on that guy's side. Even though what Pizza Hut did, now, people are not going to agree with what Pizza Hut did today. What the owners of Pizza Hut did, what the executives of Pizza Hut did, his overseers did to him. because he refused to open up a store on Thanksgiving. But times have changed. Let's get real. Times have changed. Yeah, stores used to be closed on Sunday. This ain't the 1930s. This ain't the Great Depression. Times have changed. This is 2013. And if they say open on Thanksgiving, you open on Thanksgiving. I would open on Christmas if I was ordered to. But I'm not in that position, though. But if you're in that position that you have to open, you don't get a vote to say no. They tell you to do something, you do it. Don't play that that's unfair card. That's immoral. Principle or no principle, you should follow what your bosses say, as long as it's not illegal and as long as it's not unreasonable. Well, as long as it's not illegal. Even if it is a little bit unreasonable to your standards, it's insubordination if you don't follow the legal directions. I think it was a refusal to follow legal directions on the manager's part, giving his employees the day off on Thanksgiving against his boss's wishes. That's insubordination. Even if it is principle, it's insubordination. I learned that when I was a kid. You see, insubordination gets you nowhere in the corporate world. Insubordination gets you nowhere in the corporate world. Now, if I had a brick and mortar store, which I might in the future, I'll probably close on New Year's, Martin Luther King Day. I'll probably close on New Year's, Memorial Day, Independence Day, Labor Day weekend, Thanksgiving holiday weekend, and Christmas break. But other than that, it's 7 days a week. But if they say open on Thanksgiving, you open up on Thanksgiving. That's what I have to say about about what happened to the Pizza Hut worker that got fired for refusing to open on Thanksgiving, giving his employees off. That's what I have to say. You follow the legal directions. As long as it's not illegal, you better follow the directions. Even if it is a little bit unreasonable to your principles. That's the moral of the story. People may not agree with me. People may not agree with Pizza Hut. But I don't see anything wrong with that. If it's legal, yes, they can do it. That's all I have to say about the firing of the Pizza Hut manager in Indiana for closing on Thanksgiving against the boss's wishes. And this is the Dangerous News Network News Edition, and I approve this message.